filming a video on trans memes. I guess we can see where all my content is heading towards now. Yes, trans memes on a Reddit page called Trans. That I love that. I love that so very much. So what's the first? What's the first one that I can find here? The enemy that emits this carries that emits still love yous. Trans, tick, alpha, cross. 15 signs you're a trans male. And then in brackets, super rare. Is it better than an alpha? Oh my god, I love that. Like it. Oh my god, I love that so much. Like that just makes me smile. Like it makes me happy. The fuck. Where are you guys getting this fun energy from? I like it. I like it. I like this. So I'm gonna read this. A gay camp that parents send their children to in order to be corrected. That is actually a disguised safe haven for LGBT youths. I love that idea. Please let this be a thing. Kids being asked their preferred name, pronouns as they get off the bus, kids being housed with the gender they identify as, kids swapping clothes so they're outside can reflect their inside, older kids getting gay, lesbian, trans inclusive sex education. Cis girls teaching trans girls how to do their makeup. Trans boys learning how to bind safely. Counselors sharing positive coming out stories around the campfire. Kids learning to include their pronouns when introducing themselves. Kids coming to camp scared and alone and leaving with the best support network anyone could possibly hope for. This needs to exist, please. It does need to exist. I think that at this point we feel like we keep going backwards. With a lot of things that's taking place, we keep going backwards, and I'm very confused as to why. I'm very confused. Sorry, this is really funny because it's so accurate what trans folks think HRT does to trans women. They've got Bowser, and then I can't tell if that's somebody that's turned Jack Black into Princess Peach. That's cool. Like attempted to, I don't know, like attempted to turn it like Jack Black into something, I don't know. What HRT actually does to trans women, and it's got Bowser and then a very, very, very attractive woman. Damn. Don't judge me. But yes, transphobes be acting like HRT turns you into like turns you from like Hulk to like a female version of Hulk that still looks like a man. It's like no, honey, no. That's not how that happens. You have no fucking idea what you're doing. Just a bunch of people saying goodbye to the subreddit. I think something happened with the subreddit from what I can work out. Also, one of the rules, I'm not sure if I said this. I don't think I did. One of the rules, rule 6, literally just says don't be a dick. Don't be a dick. Political opinions are okay, but you must be respectful of the views of others. User post history and visited subreddits will be considered in conjunction with the violations of this rule. So pretty much, if you are on this subreddit and your post history or your visited subreddits are transphobic things, done. Which should be how it works. That should be exactly how it works. And I think it's really strange that that's not typically how it works. That just kind of seems a bit strange. That would be how that works. But anyway, back to what I was doing. I just thought that was awesome. I wanted to share it with you guys because that's a cool. I like that part. My brain, whenever I sorry. My brain, whenever I see pink and blue the colors pink and blue next to each other. Respect, honestly, respect. Oh my god, I love this one. The Straits. I can explain. I can explain. You're in every show, and I'm only in 30. 30, I've only been represented twice. Wait, you guys are getting representation? The fact I'm laughing so I don't cry because it's so accurate. Like, it's like, what do you want me to say? What do you want me to say? This is genuinely accurate, and if you don't want me to say it's genuinely accurate, fix your shit. Like, fix your shit. If you don't want me to point out when things are accurate, fix your shit. Like, what do you think I need to say? Genders exist, trans people, and I intend to switch. Love that. Love that. Oh my god, that's so fucking good. Yes, I intend to switch. Oh, fucking hell. This society, trans people just having a backbone about anything at all. Is this destroying my free speech? I'm a horrible person for laughing at that, but come on, it's pretty funny. Do I walk away from this joke? There's a joke in front of me. It would make so much sense to walk away from this joke, but I won't. Before I talk about this joke's about J.K. Rowling. This meme. I hate J.K. Rowling for the record. Yeah. I'm a big fan of Harry Potter, not of the writer. Which is possible. Okay, it is possible to like Harry Potter and hate J.K. Rowling. Those two things are possible, right? Those two things don't go together, right? Like, you don't have to like love Harry Potter and love J.K. Rowling. Like, like I love the movie What Women Want. Do I like Mel Gibson? No. And for anyone that is questioning why I hate Mel Gibson, do a quick little Google search about him. Like, go on a little like mini research hunt on the man, and you will understand why I don't like Mel Gibson. But we won't go there. Um, J.K. Rowling, right? J.K. Rowling uses me. Protesters sharing a pic of J.K. Rowling's address in it, which has been public knowledge for years because her house has its own Wikipedia page and is a tourist attraction. Is this doxing? Wait, I need to do some Googlings. Is it actually? Wait, hold on, I need to know this. This will be one of the first times I ever type her fucking name into this. I hate typing her name into things. I'm angry because just I'm angry. Wait, wait, wait. It has its own. They're not wrong. It does have their own Wikipedia page. It has its own Wikipedia page. It has its own. It has its own Wikipedia page. I'm sorry. You cannot get mad at people for knowing where you live if it has its own. If it has its own Wikipedia page, right? Okay, maybe you didn't know about the Wikipedia page. Highly doubt it, given the fact that you like given the fact that you were given the fact that you own this house and you are in the like media a lot, and obviously you don't miss a lot. Yeah, you clearly don't miss a lot. I would assume that if your address was on the internet, you'd know about it. And given the fact that it apparently has been up there for quite a while, I'm gonna go off on a whim and say that um, you very much knew about this web page. You very much knew about everything involved in that web page, and you just didn't say anything. So I'm willing to bet that you can't really get mad at anybody um, for like keeping it like you can't really say much on people knowing your address if you didn't take any precautions to remove it. Like, if you didn't go through any precautions to remove it, is it really worth all of that? Cause I don't think it is, honey. Gonna be real, highly sure it's not worth it. But you do you. That's fine. Okay, this is a not nice one, but it's an anti-trans meme. But I think it's very funny because it's so cringy. One thing I love about conservative women is you never have to ask, is that a woman? Sure about that? You sure about that? Sure about that? Um, okay, conservatives, so, so, conservatives tend to hate transgender people, right? They are the gun crazy, like, we hate transgender people, or gay people are sinful, those people. People, in America that you'd see, mainly in churches. Those people. They typically tend to go on a tirade of trans men and trans women do not look like men or women, right? So a trans man doesn't look like a man, and a trans woman doesn't look like a woman. It's a really stupid concept, and they also go on the thing that they can tell if someone's trans. What I think is really funny about this post is, like, one thing about conservative women is you never have to ask, is that a woman? Essentially saying, all conservative women are not trans, which is inaccurate because, as we have discovered in the past, there is a conservative trans person. There's two of them that I know of off the top of my head, and they are both YouTubers. One of them's name is Blair. The other one's name is Ariella. So, but Ariella is a lesbian, which, let's be real, conservatives hate those too. The only reason they love you is because you agree with their transphobicness. And Blair obviously being a trans woman, so, like, this sentence of, like, one thing I love about conservative women is you never have to ask, is that a woman? Basically, you know, they're they're essentially saying, one thing I love about dating conservative women is that, they're not going to be trans. You're wrong. And I was just trying to prove just how stupid that sentence truly was. So, yes, that was a very stupid sentence, my man. Very, very stupid meme. I love anti-trans people and their anti-transness because it's always so fucking stupid, and I don't understand why they think it's okay. I will never understand why they think it's okay. Nope, nope, not clicking on that one. That's the one, I'm not clicking on it. Oh, I hate it when people do this one, so I'm going to put this one in here. Mainly because I'm sure there are a lot of people that hate when people fucking do this shit. Please excuse us. We're on our way to thank Bruce Jenner for being so courageous. Okay. I personally do not like Caitlyn Jenner. Caitlyn Jenner is probably on par with how bad Blair White is for trans people. Caitlyn and Blair White are very bad for trans people. Shit like this. One, dead a trans person in a fucking post. Like, her fucking, like, dead name, her birth name is known, but just because it's known, come on, you don't have to use it. But also, I hate it when people do this. Uh, it's like, oh yeah, you're so courageous for coming out as a different gender. Meanwhile, we have people getting blown up on the other side of the country. Like, those things do not correlate, so please do not compare them. Like, Jesus Christ. These people going to war, courageous, brave, incredible. Somebody coming out as transgender is also brave, courageous, and incredible. They are just brave and courageous. Two different reasons. And they are two different levels of brave and courageous, okay? And they both could lead to potentially a lot of violence. So let's not, okay? Let's not do these things. Because anti-trans memes are not funny. They have never been funny. They will never be funny. And if you really want to make an anti-trans meme so bad, like these people tend to want to do, if you really want to hate on a minority just trying to live this bad, at least use good fucking insults. Don't recycle the same shit every time, because it pisses everybody off so much more. Against transgender bathroom policies, always uses handicap stool and isn't even handicapped. I've had a lot of people against this like transgender bathroom policy of like letting transgender people go into the bathrooms that they identify as. I don't understand why people have a problem with that, and I know that a lot of like conservative cisgender women are like, well, I don't want a man in the bathroom with me. It's like, really? Really? So you'd prefer and I'm using your words here, a man that looks like a woman, or that's pretending to be a woman, quotations, right? Because that's not what's happening. That is a woman. Thank you for being so offensive that you just wanted to make your life more difficult. You would rather, right, them in the male's bathroom and me and other transgender men to be in a bathroom with you when we look more like men than the woman you just kicked out that you claimed is a man. You said you didn't want men in your bathroom, so you put men in your bathroom. That doesn't logic, you dumb fucks. I'm sorry, but it just doesn't logic. Okay? I I I usually don't get this like, you know. I love this because it's so wholesome. Okay. It's so wholesome. Dad called last night to check in on how I was feeling after my breast reduction, and said, "I bet that's a huge weight off your chest. Dad jokes are 1,000 times better from trans affirming dads." That's so good. Oh my god. It's like, I bet that's a huge weight off your chest. But dad jokes. Dad jokes are so good. I don't know why. So I just discovered a really funny conversation. Okay, so this is clearly on Twitter or X. I don't know what the fuck to call it anymore. I don't use it anymore, so there's no point explaining it. Saying male to female instead of just trans women or trans woman. Alright, we're already off to a bad start. Is like referring to fully grown people as baby to adult. Okay. Ah, so you used to be a baby? Are you telling me that you were born a baby, but then hormones turned you into an adult? Nice try, giant baby. He tried. He failed. Oh, fuck it, I didn't read the name. Shit. He tried and failed. Woo! Sorry. My brain is so used to saying he failed because I'm around so many men. I'm sorry. Like it's just usually how my sentence goes, and my brain switched off. But anyway, she that was very funny. Oh god. Oh god. I love this. Okay. There is no legitimate reason. Sorry. I'm trying to like amp myself up for this one. There is no legitimate reason to ban transgender troops. Troops, period. That is accurate. They are people. They should be able to serve the country. Except when you're in a life or death situation and you aren't comfortable trusting the person next to you, but that doesn't matter, right? Why should someone's gender determine whether or not you trust them? That's what I want to know. And in a situation like that, I think I would be more worried. Like if I'm trying to like save people's lives right next to me, of my own troops, of my own people, I wouldn't care if the person next to me is male, female, whatever. I would only care if they can fucking shoot. Like I would only care if they can like shoot, if they can aim, if they know what they're doing with the equipment that they have in front of them to prevent me from dying. That is what me and everyone around me from dying. That is all I would care about in the situation of life or death situation in like a foreign country in a war. I would not give a fuck if what the person next to me fucking genitals look like. I would only care if they can shoot a gun and save my fucking life. Like I don't care. I don't care. Just shoot. Like that's all you should be caring about is whether or not the person next to you is able to save your life with a gun, with a fight. I don't give a fuck. If they're able to save my life, okay, cool. If you're not, I don't want to know you. It doesn't fucking matter. Gender doesn't matter when it comes to a life or death situation. You fuck knuckle. Anyway. Brian, the enemy has surrounded us and we have nowhere to run. I don't think we're gonna get out of this. I have a plan that might save us, but I don't know if I can trust you. Hurry, show me your dick. It's the only way, Brian. The only way. Yes! The ultimate, like, man. Okay. I love this meme because I have had this conversation with multiple people about this. So obviously, I'm going through the process of trying to figure out how to work around the whole like getting hormones thing in my country because I don't know how to really do that too much. So I'm trying to work all that out, like doctor's points and everything, all that out, with like hormones and testosterone and things. So I sort of slightly, and I've had conversations in the past with everybody, well, sort of, about this kind of thing, and the the reactions are vastly different as you're, and I relate to this meme so much. Me, I'm studying HRT. Every trans person I've told, congratulations, best decision you've ever made. You won't regret it. Accurate. Every trans person just goes, well done. That's what you need to do. Go for it. Like everyone's just like so supportive of it. Every cisgender person I've told, here's a long list of reasons why I think that is a terrible idea. And it's accurate. Well, almost accurate. A lot of cis people are just like, okay. My friend, he was just like, okay. And then we discussed like the rest of my transition, and he just goes, "That's gonna be costly." Like, like everything that came out of his mouth was just like, "Yeah, but you know that's gonna cost money, right?" Like, he's not going on the idea of like, "Yo, you shouldn't do this." It's like, okay, but are you aware of what's going on? Like what's gonna happen? And it's like, yeah, I know what's gonna happen. He was just like, good, I was just making sure. And we left the conversation there. Yeah, he trusts me, which I like. People trust me in making life decisions for myself, which is awesome. But cisgender people, man, like some of the cisgenders I've spoken to, they just, specifically straight people that are cisgender, they just know. Like, a lot of people think I'm gonna regret it. A lot of people think it's a really, really bad choice. A lot of people are just like, well, why can't you just live how you live now? It's like, because there's lots of things inhibiting me living the life I need to live. And female hormones is one of those things. Like, Jesus fucking Christ. It's like people asking stupid questions, like, knowing they don't need a response. Like, you do not need a response from me. I do not need to tell you anything at all. But you feel like you're entitled to finding out what the fuck's going on. So it's like, the fuck? Alright, well, there's nothing going on, and if there was, you didn't need to know about it. Anyway, onto another one. This morning, my gynecologist introduced herself to me by telling me her pronouns and asking mine. When getting my medical history, asked if I'd had sex with sperm-producing partners. This is what the future liberals want. I see the TERFs have found this tweet, blocking all of you monsters. Get a new, not transphobic hobby. Okay. I like this. I do like this. It is very good. However, I can see that people might not be okay with this. However, I don't give a shit. How you word it to me doesn't fucking matter, as long as if I get confused by the by the sentence, you point it out to me. Because if I was like, oh, I've heard so many things, and people, right? People, specifically cisgender people, tend to think that a large majority of people want to be referred a certain way. Like, I don't know where it came from. I haven't heard any transgender person say this. That a cisgender woman is like having a baby is a birthing person. Never heard that shit before in my life. I was like, excuse me, what? I haven't heard that before. That's because apparently we want them to be called birthing people rather than pregnant women, because apparently that offends trans men that have babies. I don't fucking understand it, because I don't get how that's offensive. Like, I don't get how someone, like, I get like a trans man being called a pregnant woman is offensive, but I don't understand why we need to call everybody a birthing person. Like, I don't know if this makes sense. Like, call pregnant people whatever the fuck they want to be called. That's all I care about. And apparently, you're not allowed to call it breastfeeding. It has to be called chest feeding, according to cisgender people. I don't understand where that came from either, because I've never heard anybody call it chest feeding before. And it's interesting because are they not aware that technically the like chestal area, like where the pectoral muscles are in a man as well, that technically, like, there's like breast tissue there anyway on both men and female. There's just a lot more on female than there is on male. It's very confusing. Like, breasts are not exclusive to women, you fuck knuckles. Like, I don't know where the chest feeding came from. Like, the word chest feeding. I think just call it breastfeeding across the board, unless you don't want to. Like, unless you don't want to call it breastfeeding, then call it something else. But telling specific people that have babies that they're not allowed to call it breastfeeding, they have to call it chest feeding. The fuck, call it whatever the fuck you want. Like, I'm sorry. People are already angry enough at people like fucking. People are already angry enough at the fucking situations, right? Situations like fucking. How do I word this? People are already mad enough at like everything, but people are already mad enough at women breastfeeding in public, right? People are already mad enough about that. I have no idea why, because the woman is literally doing what those were put on her body to do. Like, that human being, right? That human being is doing what what boobs were meant for. For feeding the child. For feeding the child. Like, the fuck. And it's always someone just like, oh, you can't do that in public. That's inappropriate. Why is that inappropriate? Why? Oh, because boobs are sexualized? Why? And who sexualized them? Exactly, honey. Like, I don't see how feeding a baby can be sexualized. What the fuck is wrong with you people? Like, right. CNN, how The Matrix is a trans story, according to Netflix and co-director J.K. Rowling. Are you challenging me? I'm sorry, you guys. I can't. I will maybe put this in. But the little so this is a Reddit post that this was on, and the like description for the photo. It says Matrix, a trans story. I will not accept this blasphemy. I think it's strange, sort of, when people are just like, this story is about like trans people and accepting and acceptance when it's clearly not. They're just grasping at straws. And it's fine if that's like how you feel about that, right? If you watch something, because obviously, like things like comedy and movies, they are subjective, right? Like, and books, they are like, how do I word this? How do I word what I'm trying to say? Like a movie that's based on a book, for example. That movie, right? Like the person that wrote that script, like came up with how that movie was gonna go, right? What they wanted that movie to look like. That's that person's perception of that book, right? That does not make that person's perception of that book wrong in any way, shape, or form. If somebody else has an entirely different perception of that book or got something entirely different out of the book, because that's what books, movies, and TV are designed for. Everybody to get a little, to get something out of it. And if you get something out of a book and you're like, oh my god, this is really affirming, this to me is like a gay story, or like this could be like an identity crisis. Okay, cool. And somebody comes over and sees something entirely different. Both of those, both of those experiences are entirely valid because that's what those things are doing. They're trying to give you an experience, and most of the time you get a very unique experience when watching movies to somebody else. Yeah, there we go. I did it. Fucking, I did it. Also, I need to stop leaning back so far because I get scared that you guys can't hear me. Alright. I love this. New guy's always so thoughtful. I made a more gender inclusive name tag and it says new person guy. Oh, that's actually kind of cute. I like that. I like that. Oh my god. I've seen one I don't like. So, oh my god. Sorry. I just unintentionally zoomed in a little too far. Okay. I zoomed in on my screen and I zoomed in a little too far. I'm sorry. Okay. Trans woman starter pack. How they actually look. How they think they look. How they actually look. So I have to zoom in on this one because I don't see what they're referring to. Look the exact same. Because that woman looks the exact same, but okay. Yes, I'm transphobic. How could you tell? Oh! Oh! Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, my brain thought this was going to be anti-trans, and then I didn't even read, to be honest. I just saw trans women and bracket, then fucking ran with it. Their gender, yes. My support. Yeah! Yeah! Trans, trans people. Be valid, everyone. Yes, you are. Yes. Yes, you are. You are fucking incredibly valid. Oh my god. Society's views of trans people. Starter pack. Pre-op. Hypersexual. Trans woman. Right? This is trans woman. Pre-op. Hypersexual. Atheist. Communist. Did you just assume my gender? Trans man. The fuck is a trans man? What? Like it's pretty accurate. I'm not gonna lie. The amount of people that have just been like, I'm like, oh, I'm a trans man. They're like, the fuck's a trans man? And I'm like, this is gonna be fun. I was like, this interaction's gonna be so much fun, fucking fun for me, because most of the time when I have to say that, like most times when I have to say that, people are always, I always know that there's a lot more questions coming up with this. Also, what is this? Shared logic and it. Oh my fucking god. Sorry, I didn't know people were this fucking stupid. Oh my god. Okay, relax, lady. I'm transgender. Very creepy man. Camera. Yeah, walking into the women's room. That you act like that's what. Okay, people act like that's why trans women want to be in women's bathrooms. No, trans women want to be in women's bathrooms because that's where they should be. Like, they don't want to be in women's bathrooms to record women or to creep on women or to be like pervy to women. I will admit there are probably some trans men out there, like trans women out there, that like trans women and trans men out there that want that are doing it for that reason. But no, trans women, no, trans women. Not every trans woman is doing it for this reason. This is not this is not the inner dialogue of what a trans woman is doing this bathroom thing for. Like, it pisses me off. Like, because they have a similar thing with trans men, and it's mainly straight men that are like, oh yeah, you can come in here. Like, they're always like, oh yeah, trans men can come in the men's bathroom, and every trans man is under the impression as to why the people that are against these bathroom bills are only against them for trans women. Like, the cisgenders are like, no trans women in our bathrooms. Trans men, however, are like, yeah, you can put either one of them in our bathroom because either one of them is in an unsafe environment. Like, every time, because I, you know, obviously don't sound, in my opinion, like a man. A lot of people that are around me have commented on this in the past, that I have a deep voice, but it's still very feminine voice. This was before I came out, whatever, so they didn't know what they were saying to me. But every time I go into a men's restroom and there's a man in that room, I am so terrified that they're gonna say something, like they're gonna say hi or something to me, because my brain will instinctively say hi back, or they'll get mad at me for not saying yes, without saying hi, because it's rude not to answer him, because he's just being nice. But my brain is afraid that if I answer him with hi, he'll hear that I have a feminine voice and go, that's a trans man. And if it's a bad, and if it's a like very sketchy person, and I can tell it's a very sketchy person, or it's somebody that makes me feel uncomfortable, I don't want to do that, because the worst thing I want to be doing is accidentally outing myself in a place where I can be captured. Like, because there's no cameras in there, you can't see what the fuck's happening. Like, no one is gonna be able to see what's happening in their bathroom. Like, and I think that's what's horrible about it as well, because I walk into that bathroom, all people, like, all anybody knows is that I walked into that bathroom. They don't know anything that happens while you're in that room, apart from the people in the room. And obviously, if someone in the room is doing something horrible, they're not going to specify they're doing something horrible, and then it's your word against theirs, and it makes me fucking angry when people do shit like this, because it just enforces the fact that, one, we're mistreated for no fucking reason. Two, it also enforces how people perceive people, and the fact that they would much rather other people be in very unsafe situations because they feel uncomfortable. The fuck? We feel uncomfortable in the places you're trying to throw us in, but you don't seem to give a fuck. Like, makes me angry. The fuck? So I read something a little bit that was strange. Okay, hold on. Oh my god, this is. I fucking hate. I hate how they've done this. So we're gonna complain about it. Fundamentally transforming America. Barack Obama, apparently. I don't know if that's accurate, so don't quote me on that. There's a microaggressive white privileged homophobe in my safe space. Victim. Never heard anybody say that before. Never. Just that there's a homophobe in my space. That's all I've basically heard. There's a 40-year-old man wearing a dress in the girls' bathroom. I said bathroom instead of restroom because I'm Australian. Bigot. That sentence is transphobic. That is why you are being labelled as a bigot. Because they're not a 40-year-old man wearing a dress. They're a 40-year-old trans woman in a woman's bathroom. Leave them alone. Also, the fact that they've used they've used a very unattractive one to represent a victim, and sorry, a victim, but they're claiming it's a victim, right? Like a very unattractive man, and for the bigot, they've used a little girl. Why would you do that? You know what you're doing actively by that. You are seeking empathy, and also anybody that attacks this fucking thing, it's gonna be like, whoa, you're attacking a little girl, bro, what the fuck? Like, you've made it difficult for us to back ourselves up without backing ourselves into a corner. And the fact that you actually have to physically do this to be like classified as like, look, I did something. It's like, bro, what the fuck? It's like the fact that you actually think you have to do that just tells me the kind of fucking person you have to be. Because why the fuck do you think that is okay? Like, it bothers me. Anyway, I think that's all I'm going to do for today because I've been filming for so fucking long. I was not expecting it to be this long. I'm very sorry. I forgot. I kind of forgot I was filming. I just kind of went with it. Thank you guys for watching so much. I'll see you guys in the next video. I really, really hope everybody watching is in a safe environment. And if you're not, I really, really, really hope you get one soon. I wish you everybody watching the best of luck. I hope everyone's having a really, really fun time. I'll see you guys in my next video. Love you so much. Goodbye.